So 2020 has been a little bit of a rough year. Let's be honest, we can all kind of agree on that. Everything's kind of gone wrong. But when it comes to gaming, it's not been too bad. There's been a couple of letdowns on stuff, but with PlayStation Plus games, there's been quite a few gems in there. So today we're going to have a look back at the top 5 PlayStation Plus games of 2020. Now, coming in at number 5 is a game called Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, this was actually a free PlayStation Plus game back in July. Now, I grew up playing Tomb Raider and I absolutely loved it at the time. When it comes to Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think the fact of all the upgraded graphics and just the way that the game looks compared to how it used to just dragged me in. When it comes to campaign games, it's always been hit and miss to whether or not I'll play them. Rise of the Tomb Raider is a game that I'd already played in the past anyway. I think I got like halfway through it and then I stopped playing it and then it came out on PlayStation Plus and I ended up carrying on playing it again. I enjoyed it. It was a really, really fun game. I think the mechanics of it, the story of it was beautiful. And if this is a game that you've had in your library, make sure you definitely give this a go. I know if you've had PlayStation Plus for a while, chances I do, add everything to your library without actually proper delving into stuff. This one though is definitely worth a play. Before we move on to the number 4 spot, any of the games that we mentioned today, if you want to enjoy them in a different way, make sure you check out my sponsor, Controller Mods. There's a link down below as well as a discount code. They do full modded custom controllers, and when you're playing a lot of games using a modded controller, it can just make it so much fun to play. And the Dominator buttons on the back when it comes to like racing games and shooting games to be able to jump around the corner or use them for like your paddle shifts, just make the game a lot more accessible and a lot easier to play. Links down below, make sure you check them out. At number 4 is a pretty cool racing game, and the reason that I like it is because it reminds me of something else from the same kind of series. It's Need for Speed Payback. Now, this was a free PlayStation Plus game in October, not too long ago, so chances are a lot of you guys will already kind of remember this one. But Need for Speed Payback gives me the old school Need for Speed Most Wanted vibes. That was the first proper Need for Speed that I played and loved to the point where I played it every day, and it was just amazing. The races in it was awesome, the stunt stuff that was in it was awesome, and then the fact that you were getting the police chasing you as well, and you kind of had to either escape or you had to smash the cops to try and get them off your back. I loved it. Need for Speed Payback plays pretty much the exact same way. Story in it's a little bit better. Obviously, it's got all the fantastic graphics and stuff in it. For a racing game, out of every racing game that's gone on PlayStation Plus over the years, this is definitely my favourite. Coming in at number 3, the game that everyone loved and then it slowly kind of died off a little bit, and then every new season it jumps straight back up again, and it's Fall Guys. Now, this was a free PlayStation Plus game back in August, and we played a ton of it. We streamed it on the channel playing with you guys, and I absolutely adored it. Basically, if it's a game that you've heard of that you've kind of not really looked at properly, it's a battle royale as such, apart from rather than killing each other, it's like little mini games and so many people get kicked out until the point where only one person wins. If you've ever watched anything like Takeshi's Castle and that kind of thing, think those style of vibes. So you'll start off you're a little jelly bean and you'll go along a course and there's loads of stuff trying to knock you off. Slime that's kind of making things difficult to move. The other people in the game, usually the dinosaurs, not gonna lie, tend to wait by the finishing line to grab you to make sure that you can't get through. But if you do get through, it's a ton of fun. You go onto a screen and a lot of people get kicked out, and then you go onto a different game. There's loads of stuff in it. It's awesome. The customization stuff in it's really cute and fun as well. But it's one of them games there, to get certain stuff, you can't actually buy your way through it. You earn crowns by getting wins in the game or with the free battle pass that's kind of included. And a lot of the customization stuff, the best stuff, is usually with the crowns. So it's not something where you can literally just buy it. You have to get those wins. You have to have earned those crowns. Coming in at number 2, Call of Duty World War II. Now, we've had a few COD games on PS Plus, and if you'd have said to me years ago that we'd be getting Call of Duty games free on PlayStation, I wouldn't have believed you. I don't think anyone else would either. And we also got Modern Warfare 2, the campaign, but I wasn't really interested in it. World War II, it's a game that when it came out, I played it, but it was a bit hit and miss. I played it all year, I stuck with it, I didn't go back to other Call of Duties, but it annoyed me a little bit just because those people that wear a ghillie suit sit on a table and try blending in with a plant to camp. But That's Call of Duty for you. People are going to camp, you can't get away from it, you kind of have to laugh at it, learn to deal with it, manage your playstyle to kind of get through it. But it's a game that I really, really enjoyed. It's got zombies on it as well, but they're a little bit more creepy than the Black Ops zombies. But either way, definitely a really fun game, and I think it definitely deserves that number 2 spot. But coming in at number 1, it's a game that kind of annoyed some people because it was only free on PS5, but you can actually purchase this on PS4 as well anyway. So if it's a game that you've looked at that you thought you couldn't actually play, you can, it's just not free. And that's Bugsnax. Now, I absolutely love this game. It's so cute, it is so amazing, and it's so quirky as well. Now, you're pretty much this dude that crashes on this island, and you're kind of going through the story of catching these bugs, but they're not bugs, they're made out of food. So you'll start off and you'll get these little pieces of equipment to put down to kind of try and catch these strawberries that run around. And then you'll get a gun that fires ketchup that lures in the fries that kind of walk around, and the burgers that have legs as well. And then you catch them as well. They knock each other out to the point where you can catch them with your net. It's so cute, it's so fun, and you kind of look forward to seeing what other creatures are in there. It's a game that, even though it's just a single player game, and it's not a huge game that you're going to play for hours and hours and hours, it's so adorable that it hooked me, and I still love going back to the game just to see the cute little creatures. But yeah, that's the top 5 games for me personally from 2020. I know some of you guys aren't going to agree, but it's just kind of the games that I played that hooked me, that I really enjoyed, to the point where I haven't actually deleted them off my console. I still go back to them and I still have fun playing them today. When it comes to doing top 5 stuff, I'm curious to see what you guys think. It's an idea that I've kind of been debating doing for a while. Just stuff to do with gaming. So starting off the new year with the top 5 PS Plus games, maybe go into the top 5 games that should come to console, top 5 worst games and all that sort of stuff. If it's something you'd be interested in, if it's something that you guys might be interested in, leave a like, leave a comment, leave your thoughts down below. Now, obviously, when it comes to your top 5, I'm curious to see what you guys have liked this year. Leave a comment and let me know your top 5 favourite PlayStation Plus games from 2020, and I will definitely try and have a read through them all. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.